Okay. Across the top, I need you to write the word relations.
You write a line down.
No, that's the paper folded. All right, so the first thing we need to talk about is a relation. So, the way I usually introduce this, relationship. What do I need to be in a relationship?
Love, loyal,
Trust.
You need to have that with what?
Relationship, you need to have trust, bro.
and money.
Trust with what? Like,
The heart.
so, in order to have a relationship, though, you need to have someone else. You've got to have someone to have a relationship with. Okay? So, a relation in math is an X and a Y. They're in a relationship. Okay? They're together. They're beautifully happy together. They smile.
They're always separated.
Okay? So, a relation is what X is with. Okay? These can be written in different ways. Okay? So, you can see a relation that looks like a set of ordered pairs. So, if you open up the left flap, okay?
Oh, boy.
Guys, this does not require a conversation. Stop. Okay. So, a set of ordered pairs are always written inside curly brackets. Okay? Your curly brackets, if you want to grab one of your highlighters out of there, is this and this. Okay? There's your curly brackets. So, anytime you list me some points, your points should be inside curly brackets. Now, I'm not looking for perfection because, you know, the computer does it so much nicer than I do. You usually get this out of me when I'm doing curly brackets. I can't do them. I mean, I guess I could if I actually took my time, but they still stink. Okay? I'm not looking for perfection. Okay. So, Andrew, give me an ordered pair. Give me two numbers. 1 and 2. So, 1, 2 is a relation. Okay? Your X is a 1, and it's in a relationship with 2. Okay? Rezo, give me another one. 2 numbers. Just give me 2 numbers.
All right. Brenda, don't 20, 2
2,
and no. All right, 22.
2 and 22. Beautiful. That's a relation. 2 has a relationship with 22.
Dang, that's not good. They gonna do it.
Amor, give me another one.
14 and 18.
14 and 18.
What's the difference between them?
It's at least 4 years. That's a little baby.
Oh,
You can raise it at
14 and 18. 14's in a relationship with 18. Okay? Xavier, give me 2. 12. 6 is in a relationship with 12. Yes. You want to give me one? All right, Justo, go ahead.
20 and 60.
20 and 60.
Whoa.
Woo! 20 is in a relationship with 60. Okay, answer me this. Can I do this?
No. Yes.
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 I thought you were gonna put a negative in the positive.
In math class, you can do this. I can also do a negative and a positive. I could change this one to positive 2 and negative 22. That is still a relationship. Okay, your relationship can be 2 positive numbers, a positive and a negative, or 2 negatives. Okay, it does not matter. Okay, questions? Okay, down here, what does a relation look like on a graph? Okay. So, what does it look like on a graph? So, the first point you gave me was 1, 2. How do I graph 1, 2? Steph.
You go,
Okay, first off, stop talking.
you have the y and the x coordinate, so you go over 1, which is the x, and down -2. Which
Okay, instead of using the words over, we need to start talking left and right. And instead of saying, oh no, up and down is usually, you guys use that. We have to use left and right, up and down. So if I'm looking at 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's a positive 1. What direction do I need to move? To the right. Positive 2 tells me I need to move up. Where do I start?
At 0.
What do we call that?
Origin.
The origin. So we start at the origin, which is 0, 0. Okay, so 1, 2 is there. Any point on this graph is a relation. So I can put a point here at -1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is -4, 4. This was 1, 2. I can put one here, which is at -2, -1. I can put one here, which is at +3, -2. They're a relation because they have an x value and a y value. Would this be a relation?
No.
What is that point?
It's
Right here. Sorry.
0.
0, comma.
No, 0, 0 be the middle. Oh wait.
0, 0 would be here.
0,4.
0, 4. So is that still a relation?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Just because x is 0, it's still a value. It's still on the number line. It's still a value. So as long as you have an x value that is associated or paired with a y value, it is a relation. I could even put one here at -2.5, 2. Okay, it's halfway in between 2 and 3. That's still a relation. It's still a relation if it's a decimal. Okay? That does not change the fact that it's a relation. It has an X and it has a Y. They're paired together, they're in a relationship. Questions?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's go to
I'm
the
not even.
Okay, I don't need you to get an attitude when I do that. I need you to be, Miss Smith, can you put that back up, please? Are you good now?
Did you put things first?
Did I put what?
Oh, never mind, never mind.
You good?
I think I messed up.
Everybody good?
Oh, smell.
Okay. Okay, top of the right-hand side, input, output table. Input. What do you think my input's gonna be? X. The input is always X. So therefore, your output is always Y. Okay, you can see it in a vertical table or a horizontal table. Remember, vertical goes up and down, horizontal goes left and right. If you look at my door, horizontal, vertical.
I just put it up there for
Nope. That's a purpose. There is always a purpose. So in a vertical table, you will see your X's on the left and your Y's on the right. So I'm going to use the same points that we did on the left-hand side. So X is 1, Y is 2. X was 2, Y was 22. We can do it as a negative. That's fine.
I thought it was for negative 25.
We put 22. It doesn't matter. If you leave it at 25, it's still a relation. Okay. 14 and 18. 6 and 12. You put 20 and 60. And negative 2 and negative 4. So vertically, your X's will come first on the left, Y's will come second on the right. If I change it and write it horizontally, how do you think that's going to look? X is on the top, and your Y's on the bottom. So 1, 2, 2, and negative 22. 14 and 18, 6 and 12, 20 and 60, and negative 2 and negative 4. Okay. So I still use the same numbers that we used originally that you all came up with on your own. Okay. You can see what it looks like written on a table. The last thing you may see is what is in the bottom, which is called a mapping diagram. Okay. Can I move this? We good? All right. So, a mapping diagram. You're going to see 2 ovals. Okay? In the first oval is your input. So, these are going to be your X values. So, 1 and 2 and 14 and 6 and 20 and -2. So again, your first oval is always going to be your x values. Your output then is your y values. 2, -22, 18, 12, 60, and -4. All right,
I know you're not laughing.
Yeah,
I haven't heard your music, so I can't say anything.
After that, quitting school, staying at home, or
Okay. The last thing that needs to happen on a mapping diagram, though, remember, an X has to be associated or in a relationship with a Y. So in order for us to show that on a mapping diagram, the 1 is associated with the 2. So there has to be an arrow that goes from the X to the Y value that it's associated with. So 2 goes to -22, 14 and 18, 6 and 12, 20 and 6, -2, and -4. Questions? Okay, quickly glue this in on page 18, and then we need to talk about functions. Function.
This is what I'm good at.
Okay, gluing in does not require talking. You get a lot more done when you are silent. Zip your lips. Page 18.
Yeah, put 20 on each.
all right, that.
Okay. Please get this definition down so we can start talking about function. The function, yeah, that one. Okay. So you need to find the half sheet of paper that has the function model on it. Here is your definition. Okay. Here is your definition. A function is a relation. Okay, so it is a type of relation. Kind of like a square is a type of rectangle. in order for a relation to also be a function, every x value, every input has to have exactly one output. Every input has to have exactly one output. Oh, I think it's right there. Okay. I don't know either. He's bouncing off walls today. Okay, so this might help. Reza, you said you're a rapper.
Right, you heard me.
Okay, so in order for a rapper to be a function, when they put out a song, nobody else can put out that same exact song. Okay, they can't share anything.
It's not copyright.
What's it? Just stop.
Okay, So- let's take a look what this looks like. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Reza's still writing.
I do, but
I see him
they're
over
just
there.
not dark.
I
That's
don't
why I
see
wanted downstairs.
You could go, yeah. I have to cut the-
Maya.
You're not the only one.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Can you change the color? Gray. It's a purple or yellow.
Wow.
Well.
Maya, you got it.
Reza, you almost done?
Yeah, I just gotta look it up.
Okay.
You can go now.
All right. All right. So down below that, I want to put some examples of what a function looks like. Okay. So you can see it as a table.
Isn't it where you can't have the same number or something like that?
So 2 is in a relationship with 3. Okay. If 2 is in a relationship with 3, 2 cannot be in a relationship with anybody else. That's cheating.
Ooh, this is really my relationship.
Okay.
You feel me? I didn't know that.
I wasn't have those.
Okay. So
You're talking to me.
I'm not talking to you.
-3 is in a relationship with 2. Well, -3 is not a cheater, so they're not in a relationship with anybody else. -2 is in a relationship with 5. Okay. Stop.
Is that, thank you, Ms. Bill, because I'm really trying to do my work.
-2 is in a relationship with 5. Remember, +2 and -2 are not the same value. So it's okay for +2 to be in a relationship with 3 and -2 to be in a relationship with 5. Okay. 4 can be in a relationship with 7.
All these relationships get on my nerves.
All these relationships are getting on your nerves. Input, output. Okay? Remember, we can also represent a relation as a mapping diagram. Y can also represent a function as a mapping diagram. Okay? Remember though, if you're an X, you can only have one relation. So, what do you want to make 4 a relation with?
6.
6.
Eight. Oh, okay.
Okay? So, 4 is in a relation with 6.
So 2 and 5.
2 and negative 5. Okay? Can I do this?
Yes, you can. Because it doesn't.
Yes. Okay? So, your partner can be a cheater, but you can't. Okay? The Y's can be cheaters. The Y can be associated with as many X's as you want, but the X cannot be associated with more than one Y. So you have to behave, but your partner does not. Okay? So, let's look at some non-examples. Good. Okay, let's look at some non-examples. So, here's my first non-example. And I need you to tell me why. Okay. There's my first non-example. Can you tell me why this is not a function?
Because it's two.
Okay? You've got a 2. Well, 2 is in a relationship with 7 and negative 7. 2 is a cheater. Shame on 2. Okay? So, because of this fact, this is a non-example. Okay? We haven't talked about this yet, but let me see if I have some, because I know Miss D'Amato is awesome, and I'm sure she's taught you all this.
That's a non-linear function.
It is a nonlinear function. Can anybody tell me why this is not a function?
Because it's like.
Are they the same symbols or they're not?
Because the
Because
lines
it didn't pass the
the lines
vertical
don't
line
say-
test.
Oh! Okay? This does not pass what we call the vertical
Line.
line test.
Oh my.
Okay? If I can take a vertical line and draw it through my graph and it touches my graph more than once, it is not a function. Well, this happens several times. It happens here.
I can't see.
It happens here.
Oh.
Okay. It happens in the middle. It happens right along the y-axis. Okay? So if I cannot draw a vertical line through my graph without it touching more than once, we're not a function. Yes, Prashant. Can you let me get this last definition and then yes?
If I got a P and then you hear me X and you X after me, you let you go, I'm gonna walk out and go to the bathroom. Every time I got a P for bed, you X.
TM.
She don't even know the same. I don't even hear.
Okay.
Bye.
Are we good with this? Can I pull it down?
I got a what?
All right. So this is the last thing that I need you to get down. What Sabi just told me. The vertical line test. Okay? The vertical line test. They can shorthand this as VLT. Can be used to determine if a graph is a function. If a vertical line touches the graph more than once, it is not a function. Shawnee, I'll work on getting the rest of the handouts for your notebook and stuff together so we can get you caught back up. Of course. Yes. This will glue in on page 19. Okay. Once you're done with that definition, glue it in on page 19. This Amato is like my hero. I love that one. Yes. This goes in on 19. Okay.
Sideways?
Yes, sideways. The last one that we're going to do is justifying whether a relation is a function. Okay? That last piece is going to be your homework tonight. Okay? Yes. This last piece is going to be your homework tonight. Okay? I will explain how you're going to complete that, but that will be your homework tonight. Yes. Guys, I will be here after school today. They moved my PLT to yesterday, so I will be here after school today if anybody would like to come and retake the quiz or just for tutoring. Okay? I will be here.
What time is tutoring?
I'm here from 3:30 to 4:30 on Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Can we come in at 4?
4? I mean, yeah, I'm here till 4:30.
Like, we don't have to stay after school?
I mean, I prefer if you're in my room like right after school because we get a lot more done within the hour, but if you have to go see another teacher first, yes. If you just decide you're gonna go home and come back, no. Huh?
What were you doing?
No, we're gonna do this right now. But you're welcome to come and work on your homework tonight. Yes.
What you told someone once again?
The other sheet that's on your desk.
What is that?
Okay, we good?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, definitions, yes. Okay.
Are we doing those?
No.
I got one more.
Come on, we got one more. Again, I lose a lot of time when I've got to stop and wait for everybody to finish conversation because we can't just focus. Okay, take a look at this relation. Okay, take a look at this relation. Is this a function or not?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay, I hear a lot of nots. Okay? Guys, enough. All right. Come on. You got this. We're doing good today. We rocking this. Okay, so I agree. This is not a function. Okay, this is not a function. Hands up if you want to tell me why. I said hands up if you want to tell me why. Come on, there's more than two of you.
Oh, no.
Woo. All right, Brashawn, come on. Why is this not a function?
Because it didn't pass the vertical line.
It doesn't pass the vertical line test. Okay? Even though it's not a line or a design, there are 3 dots that if I draw a line, it touches all 3. So this does not pass the vertical line test. Okay. Another way that you can look at it, because I don't get it. Okay. What is this point right here? 4, comma 2. What's this point right here? 4, comma 3. Uh-oh. 4 is a cheater. 4 has 2 different relationships going on here. It actually has 3 different relationships going on here because it also has a relationship with 4. So 4 has 3 different relationships, which is a no-no. So it is not a function. Okay. Does that make more sense, Brenda?
Yes.
Beautiful.
It's on homework.
Okay. Take a look at this one.
Yes.
It is a function.
Okay.
But X.
Remember,
The Y-
with it being a function, the x can only be associated with one y. The y can be associated with as many x's as it wants. Okay, so your x value cannot cheat, but your y value can. So if you write this out, you can write this out as points. So this point here is -1, 1. This point here, hold on, Brenda, I think I'm going to answer it. This point here is 2, 4. This one here is 3, 4. And this one here is 5, 6. Okay, so my x's don't have 2 different y's. My y's can have 2 different x's. So if you need to take your mapping diagram and write it like this, you can do that.
Yeah, hold on.
Do you have a Sharpie, Miss Mill?
I do. Let me finish this first. Every input has exactly one output. Okay. So this is a function because every input only goes to one output. Okay. What about this last one?
No.
Okay, I hear no. Why is this not a function? Okay, so your one is in two different relationships. It's in a relationship with 0 and a relationship with 1. You cannot be in more than one relationship if you are X. So this is not a function.
Oh, I forgot. They bought up into tablets and then touchscreens. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Whoops, sorry. So 1 is associated with 2 outputs. Quickly. Okay, no, right now I'm passing out your exit tickets.
Oh, we gotta put this in.
Okay,
Oh,
this will glue it on page 20. Hey, listen, because I am not going to repeat myself because you're not listening.
Did you give me mine?
Okay, they should all be in that pile.
Mine's not.
Oh, no, yours is not. You're right.
Yeah, but it's not.
Here you go, my darling. He's supposed to be coming. We just got one added.
What day are you supposed to be glued on?
This is gluing in on page 20. Okay? Here is your exit ticket. Okay? Here is your exit ticket.
Do you just write?
Okay, I just need function or not for each one. So there are 4 of them. Function or not.